Hello everybody, I am Samuel Fitzing, the Dragon Tamer here today, and today we'll be talking about the newest things in Toonami's lineup and my thoughts and opinions on them. Now I know I've done this several times before, but I feel like I need to do this again because the lineup once again is changing. Seems like they like to change their lineup every like month or so now. You know, that's what it seems like. You used to be like they would only change it every 3 months, 3 or 4 months, you know. But now they seem to be changing it, you know, drastically every time a show or two ends. For those who never seen my channel before, I want to say that if you're into like flashy videos and pictures and bunches of other stuff, and someone who's professional and knows what they're talking about, you're not gonna get that here. You're just gonna get some nerd who is gonna just ramble and rumble and mumble on and talk about stuff and just go off on a tangent eventually with just this one little picture, which by the way is not mine. And so, if you're not into that, please leave. But if you are into that, please stay. And without further ado, let's start with the shows that have just ended. Both Bleach and Attack on Titan, I think, both ended on the same day. And these are two of Toonami's biggest shows of all time. Toonami's probably like top 5 shows of all time. I have to also include DBZ, then Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood, and probably even let's see, and of course Naruto. Wait, hold on again. Let's say Attack on Titan, Bleach, Naruto, DBZ, and I don't know which the 5th one is. Maybe Sailor Moon, because I know Sailor Moon was at one time on Toonami. I don't know how popular it was, but yeah, Naruto was really popular. It's not as popular as it used to be, but especially since the Toonami made the brilliant decision of starting Shippuden from episode 1, which I think pretty much shot themselves in the foot. I personally disagree with that decision wholeheartedly. I think they should have started halfway through, or only hundreds of episodes removed from where it currently is in Shippuden, because that way, you know, that where it currently is in the sub. That way, you know, people won't just go, oh, it's starting all the way back. I'm not interested anymore. So that's how people are, to me, seem have like doing, you know, seem to be doing. It's like, I mean, I would watch it, but so far back, what's the point, you know? And that's how some people feel, you know? Some people, now that they know that some dub are like me, now that they know that some dub is actually on Toonami, they just stop watching the sub and just continue watching the dub onwards. However, Naruto is just so far back that anyone who does normally do that wouldn't do that anymore. Like me, I'm not going to do that for the freaking Naruto. Are you kidding me? It's all the way far back. Besides, Naruto Shippuden's almost over anyway. Then again, that might actually be Toonami's thought on that anyway, so who knows. I just don't think that was a good idea. Anyway, well, Attack on Titan and Bleach have ended. Instead of doing the smart thing to do and replacing with brand new shows, they kept both of them on and just started rerunning. I can understand with that with Attack on Titan, because I feel like they've recently, a month or two ago, I think they released the new season of Attack on Titan sub, so eventually it's going to come out in dub. So might as well just do what they did with Space Ten, just start with episode 1, go all the way up back to episode 25 to where it currently is, and then just start out with episode 26. That's actually not a bad idea, and I don't blame them for doing that. You know, I can understand that. Bleach is in the same position, I think, too. I feel like they're going to do that with Bleach. Bleach, I heard, also recently started up again in sub, so I feel like they're going to eventually do that. So I feel like what they're going to be doing with Bleach is starting a few, like 25 episodes back or so, or like starting the whole entire Fullbring arc over again before they get up to that, or starting just a random arc, or maybe an older arc, or maybe at episode 1. I don't know. But still, I don't necessarily think that was a good idea, like keeping both of the shows on, you know? Keep one or the other, not both. Or keep one and the other, and keep. If you want to keep both, then get rid of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Then again, the Brotherhood people are gonna bitch at me. And I would say the same thing with freaking Cowboy Bebop, but they would bitch at me too. Seriously, makes no goddamn sense to me to have those shows that are still on there, even though they've been rerun 3 or 4 times by now. People still freaking watch them apparently. Oh well, nah. Another thing, Hellsing just recently stopped running last week, even though there's 4 or 5 more episodes left to go, which is kind of sad, I kind of want them to continue it, but they couldn't because, well, licensing and issues and whatnot. But it's sad that we're just going to stop at episode 6, and, well, Toonami's just going to leave us hanging. Which, personally, I feel like that's just bad management on their part. They fucked up. They've even been in other Tumblr pages. They've kind of screwed up a little bit. More like the upper management screwed up. Because I feel like the people who work at Toonami aren't treated with as much respect as they should. Here's how I feel like Cartoon Network, like the Adult Swim is about Toonami. Let's give an anime block. Who cares? All we be running there is just reruns of shows that we've already showed last week anyway. Let's just give them the stupid anime block on Saturday. Everyone's partying on Saturday anyway. No one gives a shit. It's kind of not nice for them, but oh well. I just don't feel like the Toonami crew is treated with enough the respect that they deserve. It's fine. But hopefully, maybe they get some more respect. Maybe they even get, I don't know, another half an hour. Instead of, like, starting at a weird time, 10:30 onwards. Maybe they should start at, like, 10 onwards. And technically, they have it at 11:30, like, their time. But, you know what I mean, like, 11. They should start half an hour earlier, but that's just my opinion. I'm just some nerd on the internet, so what the hell do I know? Another thing that kind of irritates me is, like I said, my point was with Hellsing Ultimate going off the air, instead of replacing it with brand new anime, like they should have, they decided to replace it with Inuyasha DBZ anime that's been out of relevancy for the last at least a decade. That's stupid. Because too many people on the internet are bitching where the hell is DBZ. Not to mention they're giving DBZ a prime anime block. That's something they shouldn't fucking do. I don't care how much you love DBZ. You're not going to tune in every goddamn Saturday just to watch DBZ. You're going to watch it a few times, but that's about it. Personally, what I feel like they should fucking do is they should have started DBZ along with a few other new anime. Like right after a few new anime. That way people would stick around until that show ends. Or started after the first 2 shows. That way people, because after your 2 prime big shows like Attack on Titan, Bleach, then have DBZ. That's what they should have fucking do. They should have had DBZ right when Attack on Titan was starting, and then after freaking Bleach, they should have ran that. That's what should have fucking happened. I don't know why they didn't do it. Oh well. This pisses me off, sometimes the management is just really fucking stupid. I know they did Q&A, asking people for oh, should we have our new or old stuff? People who are going to be answering for the most part either religious anime fanatics or people who are the casual anime fan who just only thing they know is DBZ. They don't even know the original Dragon Ball. They don't even know about that. Most Dragon Ball Z fans have no idea that Master Roshi actually can kick some ass. He's considered one of the greatest martial artists of all time. In that world. Before freaking Goku, just kind of went to other planets and blew shit up. Because I actually like how Dragon Ball started. I recently went back to watch some of the original episodes of Dragon Ball. And, it's actually kind of interesting. Goku starts almost normal, and then eventually does more and more impressive feats and takes on more and tougher enemies. You just, but to a certain point, it just gets ridiculous. It just gets really ridiculous. Like the amount of stupid shit that like they continuously try to do. It's just, you know, just after a while, it just makes no sense to me. And for some stupid reason, they actually turn him into a kid because apparently people loved the kid version better. Or the DB version, the original Dragon Ball fans, like, where's Kid Goofy? I want Kid Goku back. He was cool. I don't like old adult Goku. And I know some people who are actually like that. But even though but most of those people who I know are like that don't give a shit about Dragon Ball GT, where like Goku turns back into a kid. Spoiler alert. Um, yeah, he turns back into a kid because like his old enemies wish him back into a kid for whatever fucking reason, whatever, because they thought it would be easier. Actually, they do it accidentally, but the people that are asking the dragon thing took it literally, and it wasn't like the actual Dragon Ball. It was like special Dragon Balls that you got from like across the universe, and if they don't get all the Dragon Balls back in time, the universe will explode or something stupid like that. I'm just saying. Sorry, eating. I'm a little hungry. But I just find it stupid. Some of the stuff that they're doing. You know? I don't mind the Dragon Ball Z's being Toonami, but don't give it a fucking primetime spot. Give it like a 2:30, 3 o'clock spot, you know? After all the good shit is done, after all the new shit is done, put it on there. It's basically what I'm saying. Put it on there so anime fans can shut the fuck up. So those casual anime fans who don't even know what the fuck they're talking about, all they know is DBZ. Just put that on there to shut them up. That's all you need to do. Because, like, when people think Toonami, they think DBZ. And, like, they think DBZ and the mechs. People who are asking for the mechs are just 30-year-olds who don't watch anything else but the mechs. So there's no point in playing the mechs just to satisfy them, because, like, they're not going to watch anything else for the most part. I met these guys. They don't care. Most of them that I met seem like this. I mean, they just like the mech genre, and that's about it. They think everything other thing about anime is stupid, you know. And they only like the mechs where like the pilots are not it's like teenagers, you know. For the most part, you know. It's just I feel like we have a lot of weird people in the anime community. They just give us a bad name, you know. Seriously, we have those overly religious anime fans who think you should read the manga first and then watch the sub, and only in sub, never dub. Screw the dub. And then those fans who just all they know is DBZ and maybe Naruto. All they care about is DBZ and maybe Naruto, unless something just flashes in their face. You know, I shouldn't say DBZ, maybe Naruto, because like Attack on Titan's now on that list too of overly popular anime. Does it? Oh wow. And then there's those perverts who just want to see hentai, you know. Those are mostly 14-year-olds or 35-year-olds who live in their basement who just want to see stuff like that. But that's fine. Normally they normally don't wave out their flags, you know. I actually like those better than like the overly religious anime fans, you know. I love anime as much as any of the overly religious anime fans. And I can say this. You don't need to read the manga first, and you don't need to watch it in sub or dub. Do whatever you think works best. If you honestly would rather watch it in sub right after you read the manga, then go ahead. Go ahead. And if you're one of those people that only want to watch it after every episode is completed, go ahead. And that's you. Go ahead. Me? I'm gonna watch every anime that's on freaking Toonami in the dub at first, you know? That's just me, though. I mean, there's several anime I feel like I have watched in sub and then watching in dub, and I'm like, ugh. The only thing I can actually, the only anime that's actually I felt like that way is was Fairy Tail. When I first started watching Fairy Tail, I watched it in dub first because that's what it was. Okay, sorry about that. I watched it in dub first because, well, you know, I know there's only a certain amount of dub out at that time, but I still wanted to watch the dub first anyway before going to having to transfer over to sub. And then when I had to transfer over to sub, actually, to be honest, even when I watched the dub, I actually didn't like the dub. Tao Hammercorn, he was really good as Soul, but he's not a good Natsu. I feel like, I think I said this before, I feel like many of the people who are on Fairy Tail were miscast. I feel that way. I feel like the cast was just improperly used. I mean, it's really good cast from what I've seen, just not very good. I feel like they need to like have a different cast once they finally go over to Toonami, if they ever go to Toonami, you know. Which I feel like Fairy Tail is another anime, another big prime anime that for some reason has never been on Toonami, even though in all regards it fits perfectly well with the Toonami, with Toonami, you know, it just fits so well. I don't know why they haven't put in freaking Fairy Tail. They should just took freaking Bleach and Soul Eater off the air, because let's be honest, not Soul Eater, but Attack on Titan off the air, because let's be honest, as good as those shows were, they're done now. They're rerunning. Sure, I don't blame them for doing Attack on Titan, but preferably I'd rather them put a new primetime show in the block, and not, you know, actually what bugs me most about the Attack on Titan rerunning, they don't move the spot. They're not moving the spot from what I've seen. They're keeping the same stupid spot, which I entirely disagree with. I entirely disagree with that. It should be put in the later half of the anime of their show, of the block. Same thing with Bleach, which actually they've already done, and they've just replaced Bleach with DBZ. So basically, all you're doing is just replace is putting stuff people for the most part have already seen before on the prime time spots. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that with one bit. It really blows my mind, you know. I love Toonami, but sometimes I feel like they just like to, you know, fuck them, like shoot themselves in the foot. It really pisses me off. I really like Toonami, but there's no real reason for me to continue watching Toonami at this point. There's no good reason other than Gurren Lagann. That's the only anime I've never seen before, and I like that anime a lot. And I've only really started watching it on Toonami in the first place because, you know, I was been meaning to watch it for the longest time anyway, and it was right after like one of the shows. It was like, alright, fuck it, I might as well watch it, you know. And that's why I'm still watching freaking Toonami. You know, I'm also watching it partly before us. One Piece, but it's not a big reason. You know, I like One Piece a lot, but I already saw every episode so far in sub that's currently out. But, you know, at the same time, there's like a 3 or 4 year difference between the two. Like at least 200, 300 episodes, so, yeah. It almost feels freshly new to me because of how big of a difference it is. So I don't mind watching it again. And that was actually smart placement on Toonami's part. They put it back enough where it wouldn't hurt them too much, but not enough so we're like, but enough so at the same time where like fans who've already seen it, who are watching in sub currently, can go, I haven't seen this in a while, might as well watch it. Especially since they chose like the perfect arc to do it so. The Water 7 arc that leads into the what's it called arc? The CP9 arc, as I like to call it. And, you know, CP9 arc is probably the best arc in the whole entire One Piece history, except for maybe the arc that they're currently going through now. Actually, I feel like this is still better, and like the new one that's currently out is trying to compare themselves to that one. But in short, if I am to tell Toonami this, put the rerunning shows, the shows that have already been on Toonami before, in the later half of the arc, and then get some newer shows and put on the first half of the arc. Get like some shows that everyone's been raving on in Japan, like Kill la Kill, or another show I actually like a lot, Beyond the Boundary. I think that would also work really well with Toonami. It's only 12 episodes, but I still think it would work really well with Toonami. Another, the Fairy Tale, like I said, what else is there? Fate Zero, or they could do Fate Stay Night first once it finally finishes running in sub. Or I really feel like they need to put the Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero series on Toonami, and not like the 2007 Fate Stay Night. No, to the one that's currently at right now in sub, which by the way is a lot better than the one right now. I have to say that much. The one that's currently running in sub, it's by Bleedworks, by the same people who made the Fate Stay Night. No, not Fate Stay Night, but Fate Zero. That one is really good, so I recommend you watching that one. Now the story is a tad bit different, but for the most part, it's generally the same. The characters are generally the same, but they're smarter somehow. That's the best way I can put it. But yeah, just in short. Actually, I said in short already, but that was short. In short, get new shows and put the older shows that have already run before on Toonami in the later half of the arc. That's all I have to really say. Just get the newer stuff, man. You know, because no one's really going to be tuning in anymore. Maybe if, like, what you can do, and what I actually think they should do, is time, when they start rerunning Sword Art Online again, do it right when they're rerunning Bleach. Not rerunning, but, starting up back again, Bleach and Attack on Titan. That way, you can start with Attack on Titan first, Bleach second, and Sword Art Online third. And that would just work perfectly. That would just be awesome. Because all three of those shows are some of like Toonami's best ratings polls they've ever gotten. People love Sword Art Online, people love Attack on Titan, and people love Bleach. You know, and they still do. Some of them are kind of complaining that not Attack on Titan, but SAO is no longer on the air. But I actually messaged them and said, well, we just thought instead of rerunning it, we put a brand new show, present a brand new show called Blue Exorcist to you people. And that was actually a good idea. However, they decided to keep Attack on Titan because it was just way too popular. I assume this is not the Toonami, the actual people who work at Toonami's decision. It's probably like the executives who just saw the ratings from Attack on Titan and said, let's just milk this as long as we can, and whatnot. But oh well. I'm just bitching at this point. And once again, I see in short, but this is running a lot longer than I thought it would. So I just have this one more thing to say before I leave and watch the Bears vs. Packers game. Just please, just be smart about. Just please be smart and like rerun those three shows together. Just do it, or you know, because if you do that, you run all those three shows together and start them at the same time. That would just be amazing for you guys. Yeah, but that's all I have to say for today. So as always, please like, subscribe, and all that silly stuff. And I'll see you guys next time.